Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into two concepts that are absolutely central to the Islamic faith, the Sunnah and the Hadith. You can think of them as standing right alongside the Qur'an, really shaping the life of a Muslim. So let's get into how they work. So we know the Qur'an is the foundational holy text of Islam, but you might wonder, beyond its sacred verses, what provides the detailed map for daily life? From how to pray, to how to treat your neighbors, to business ethics, where does all that practical, nitty-gritty guidance actually come from? Well, the answer lies in two really powerful and deeply interconnected ideas, the Sunnah and the Hadith. Now, they are totally linked, but, and this is important, they are not the same thing. Getting that distinction is really the key to understanding the whole structure of Islamic tradition.
All right, so let's start with the big picture idea, the overarching principle. First up, a way of life. Let's understand the Sunnah.
So what exactly is the Sunnah? The best way to think about it is as the way of life for Muslims. It's like a complete blueprint based on everything the Prophet Muhammad taught and did. And this covers it all, from the specifics of worship to the principles of having good character and how to act in a community. It's the prophetic example in action, a real practical guide for how to live. Okay, so if the Sunnah is the way, the path to follow, how do we know the details of that path centuries later? And that brings us right to our next piece of the puzzle, recording the practice. What exactly is a hadith?
A hadith is a single written account of something the Prophet Muhammad said or did. So if the Sunnah is the entire journey, the hadith are kind of like the individual snapshots and journal entries from that journey. They're the specific, documented reports that carry the details of the Sunnah down through the generations.
But how can we be sure these records are legit? I mean, this wasn't just a collection of random stories. There was a whole science to it. Each hadith was painstakingly verified through a chain of narrators, a documented line of people tracing all the way back, person by person, to someone who actually saw or heard the Prophet. This scholarly rigor was all about preserving the authenticity of the tradition. All right, so we've got the way and the records. Let's see how these two pieces click together to build the complete picture. This is about forming the very basis of Islamic law. And this is where it all comes together. It's actually pretty straightforward. The Sunnah is the Prophet's way of life. The Hadith are the written records of that life. And when you put them together with the Qur'an, which is considered the direct word of God, those three pillars form the foundation of Sharia, the whole legal and ethical framework of Islam. And this really leaves us with a pretty incredible question to think about. How do these traditions, documented with so much care so many centuries ago, continue to be a living, breathing guide that shapes the personal choices and community values of millions upon millions of people all over the world today?